Hello there, good people. Hi, I'm Jason with the Green Country Agroforestry, and today I am obviously watering the plants inside of the air pruning box that we have here. Have I told you about the air pruning box before? It's kind of interesting. I learned about it from Edible Acres, and this is a above ground planting area set up on cement blocks with wire cloth underneath the planting box. And what this allows to have happen is the plants can grow down, they can send the roots down as far as they want to, but once the root tips exit through the hardware cloth at the bottom, the air will prune the roots, they'll die off, and then the plant is encouraged to send out more side branching roots, more bushy roots, more basically a stronger root system instead of becoming root bound, which you would have happen if you were growing your plants in pots. But I understand that this sort of a setup is not going to be for everybody. So I'm going to show you how to go about building your very own air pruning pot, so you can do it with just one plant on, say, your porch, if you prefer. Let me show you the ingredients right here. So what we have here is our pot. This was purchased at one of the large box stores. We paid, I think, $5 for it, or $4.99 or something of that nature. A nice, decent-sized pot. You could put a small tree in this in all actuality if it was going to stay a little sapling. But perhaps we would need to do something down here. You see, we can take off this bottom and cut a hole here. Then we'll attach hardware cloth to the hole, which we will make with some fun tools. Alrighty, now the bottom comes off just like so, and we don't really have a use for it because, as you see, this pot has these little feet at the bottom of it, and we are going to cut right here where that convenient little outline has been made for us, and then we're going to attach our hardware cloth across this area here, and then that will give us an air gap on the underside of it. Alright, now there's a couple different ways you can do this, but the fun way involves fire. And now, good people, Green Country Agroforestry presents how to cut a round hole in the bottom of a plastic pot with nothing but a piece of coat hanger and a handheld torch for your amusement. Alright, boys and girls, remember, parents' permission, supervision, etc., etc. Don't burn your house down. having now managed to produce a sufficiently sized hole in the bottom of the pot, it is time to apply our secret weapon, hardware cloth, across the bottom of the pot like so. And to do that, we will need to cut it out to size. So carefully avoiding the sharp pointy bits that stab you in the fingers and make you bleed. Straighten out hardware cloth like so. This is the point where you're saying any second now that's going to slip. It's going to slice right through the tip of his finger, and he's going to say something like, "Ow!" And you're just waiting for it, aren't you? I'll bet you are. You're some very disturbed people. Okay. So here is the idea. We are going to cut off this wire so that it goes from right here where these feet are, maybe just the outside of it, to perhaps just outside of where those feet are, and so on and so forth. So, I'll cut here, cut here, here, ta-da. Alright, there we go. We have our piece. Alright, I think that fits pretty tight. There's only one problem. You know what it is. There's nothing to hold it on. Well, that's where we have a solution. Let's get rid of some of this junk, and I'll show you. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Indigo Bunting. North American true blue bird. Member of the cardinal family. It's small. I've been wanting to catch one of these on film for I don't know how long now. Today I happen to get one. I hope the light's on them and you can see them. They like to come out when there's lots of shadows around. They like to be really cautious. They don't like to just blaze on in when there's a bunch of other critters around. So it's fortunate we got one that was actually out in front of the glass and not behind it. Well, now he's behind us, so I don't think he'll be able to make out any details. That's not what we're filming today. So, from inserting the glue stick and plugging in and going and getting a new cup of tea, that's about 5 minutes. It should be hot enough to work with. You'll see. We're going to lay on the hot glue, and we're going to lay it on thick. I mean thick. It's going to go on. Okay, so you see that spot right there. We've got a hole, and we've got a piece of wire. And trim the piece of wire, and we're going to angle that bit down into the hole in the hopes that we can form a good hook to make that piece want to stay there. Once again, this is the time that the less charitable start snickering and talking about he's going to poke his finger with a piece of wire. I'll tell you what, I've been poked with nails before. It's no fun, let me tell you. Alright, so now our piece is held neat as a pin. And we can continue to put the glue on. Okay, so after a little bit of work filling in the gaps there, we are ready to go. The hardware cloth is stuck firm and well to the bottom. We can fill up the inside of the pot with our potting mix, and as the plant grows, it will send its roots down until they emerge out of the bottom here, at which point The air will cause the tips of the roots to die, thus pruning the roots. You can grow a large pot. Pardon me. You can grow a rather large potted plant that way without it ever becoming root bound. Well, good people, that's all I've got for you today. If you found this video informative or entertaining, you know what to do. I will catch you